a message on Discord. I'll bring you in. So for this little segment of the show here, I want to go over really specifically just two pairs, Euro USD and GBP USD. Both of them were very clearly short bias today. So first I'm going to explain to you how we identify that short bias. Then I want to show you where the potential entry signals were and why I decided to sit out of them up until this point so far this morning. Now we could get some entries as the morning develops, but for now, I didn't like either signal that kind of presented. So let me explain to you what I was watching here. Now, if you're new to ASFX and you're watching the stream or you're watching this clip and you're thinking, what are these systems? What are these entries? I've got a link in the live chat. I got a link in the description where you guys can learn the three systems that we trade. Now here, what we're going to go over are two D1 entry signals. D1 signals normally come off the 15-minute 50 EMA. That's this blue line right here. So as we have a clear bias with both of these pairs, using the TDI, see how market sentiment is under the 50 value right here in the TDI. See how that yellow market sentiment is in the sell zone? That's a short bias signal, plus the EMAs and price action from Friday, both also signal that we should be short bias today. So three things confirming that short bias here on Euro USD. Now, same thing on GBP USD. EMAs are short biased, market sentiment as well is short biased, and we're at that 50 EMA. Now, the big thing that I didn't like with both of these is that, as you see here at 6 a.m., short term, the 8 EMA crossed above the red 21 EMA. So any short trade that we would look to take while that yellow is above that red, that 8 is above the 21, the short trades are going to be less probable. We would rather have that short-term shift in our direction first, get the 8 under the 21, and then we go in and look for the short trades. So we are still waiting for that on GU. It could happen here in the next minute as this bar closes, and then we can look to take trades after this bar potentially. Here on Euro USD, you'll see the same thing. 8 is above the 21 EMA until very recently. Now, beyond that, both of these look good for shorts. Other than that 15-minute EMA issue on the short term, short biased is clearly the direction that we want to trade. If you take a look at the 1 minute here at Euro USD, if you look where I have this white line drawn on the left side of the screen, that's the 1 minute. See how that's right here above the 50 EMA? That's a great place to look for D1 entries. If we go on to the 1 minute here, this is what we call bearish divergence. That signals to us that we could see a move lower in the direction of that higher time frame trend now that the 1 minute is signaling to us that price action is faking us out, moving higher here as relative strength is falling. That's how we use the RSI. Now for entry, and this is what we teach in the course, so if you want to learn exactly how to do this, click the link in the description. Take advantage of the Black Friday sale. It's 50% off, guys. Don't miss this. Now, as this moves lower, we're looking for entries normally with market sentiment in the sell zone off the 50 EMA. So you have the potential for one here at 650. You could have caught a little rip there. Stop would have been right here. Stop still has not been touched. Another opportunity for entry, if you're aggressive, is in here as it comes off the 50, in here as it comes off the 50. Any entry in here, stop goes right here. Now, this little pullback doesn't hit the stop, and then we end up moving lower now. Now, with market sentiment bearish as it is here, we anticipate this to continue to the downside now that this is setting up that 15-minute shift. These are aggressive entries on the 1 minute only because the 15-minute had not shifted down. It had not crossed the 8 and 21 down. If you look at GBP USD, guys, same kind of setup. Bearish divergence on top on the 1 minute, breaks of the 50 EMA, not as clean on the 1 minute with that L50 in the sell zone, but still the same kind of idea, coming off the 15-minute 50 with the improper shift, but still trying to catch that move down. So what I would have done, what I was very close to doing, I just didn't want to start my Monday with this, I didn't want to start my holiday week with this, is I would have looked at both GU and EU as we were talking about it in the chat, and I would have picked EU as the trade only because the market sentiment on the 1 minute had spent more time in the sell zone, and we have seen price making lower highs all morning already on Euro USD. Whereas GBP USD, if you're just looking at this 1 minute chart, you can see it's not been in the sell zone as much here on the market sentiment line. Those are the real differences between the two. But as you can see, they move together. They're both USD quote pairs, so naturally they're going to move together. And then on top of that, seeing that the NASDAQ is bullish this morning, right? To see the NASDAQ come up, U.S. stocks are green this morning, futures as stocks are about to open in 15 minutes. All that is good news behind the U.S. markets, behind the U.S. dollar. So to see Euro USD coming down is perfectly correlated with stocks being bullish, the dollar being bullish, and everything looking good there for America to open up this week. And that's why I think we see this come lower right now. So that's basically what I was looking at on Euro USD and GBP USD. Any questions there? And again, if you want to learn how to take these signals, guys, take advantage of this 50% off sale because it is not going to last and you're not going to see it again. So take advantage. The link's in the description. Dennis got a nice entry on that this morning. Very nice. I'm glad, Chris. Thank you for telling me that. Michael, what's up, bro? Diaz, good to see you, bro. James, you want to come on? All right, good. Let's bring James on. Gobble week. Yep. Gobble, gobble. Let's see what's NASDAQ doing. Pulling back a little bit. Bitcoin's pulling back a little bit. US 30. We got 15 minutes till the open. We're definitely going to watch the NASDAQ here when the stock market opens because you know there's going to be some volatility here. EuroCAD was one that was on the list as well here, guys. Just don't overlook divergence. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this setup this morning. See the bullish divergence on the bottom? Just box off Friday's low. If you're trading short, anything you trade above this zone, anything above this blue zone, you're going to probably find resistance at the zone or at the divergence line right here when you're trading short this morning. If you try to be ignorant of that, you're just being really, that's like confirmation bias. It's like you're married to the trade. I would have said Euro USD is a better trade. There's no resistance in the way. This resistance zone gets in the way of good risk reward, and that's why I would not have been focused on this. That's why I have not placed a trade on this. This could sit sideways here. Of course, market sentiment says that this comes lower today, but this could have sat sideways here. So why would we try to force something sideways when we've got other pairs that are looking better, like Euro USD? NASDAQ looks a lot cleaner. Bitcoin this morning I thought had the potential to come lower, but like we said, it kind of reversed pretty hard. So when there's other pairs, just turn away. Like EuroCAD was not that great of a pair this morning. Just because it has perfect market sentiment, don't ignore the divergence. Don't ignore the support that it's been bouncing off of. Now as it's starting to break the zone, if we can get under the zone and under the divergence, yeah, we'll go in and we'll look to trade it after. But until then, there's just no reason to force something like that. Does everybody follow me on EuroCAD? If you follow me on EuroCAD, hit the thumbs up or give me a yes in the chat so I don't need to linger on this because I really don't want to. Chris, why not US 500? Just haven't gotten any experience with that yet. What is US 500 versus US 100? Is US 500 like the S&P 500? Same thing? James, I'm going to send you a link right now, bro. Got it. Yeah, I'll check it out. Thank you, Chris. Looking at other pairs this morning, guys, I mean, nothing else made my watch list because we had a lot of swapping market sentiment pairs. Euro NZD barely out of the Asian range, swapping market sentiment. Euro AUD maxed out ADR already. Euro JPY was very sideways, swapping liquid 50 on GCHF, swapping liquid 50 on GJ. EMAs are ugly on GA and GJ. Same thing on GCAD, same thing on GN, just swapping. USD CHF looked a little bit more bullish this morning, but then it ended up pulling down now. I mean, it still could finish the day bullish, but can't have a really strong read on that. UJ pushing here. Look at that. JPY. That's probably the JPY moving, USD JPY, moving up as Euro USD moves down. That's what is going on here. What's up, Brogan? Good to see you, bro. With Thanksgiving being this weekend for those of you that are in the US, because it is a holiday, I'm going to be streaming most likely, of course, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. That's it. So we got 3 streams this week. But we had a couple of good reads here. This Euro USD trade will definitely get marked up. NASDAQ pulling back a little bit. Bitcoin pulling back a little bit. We'll see how this NASDAQ reacts into the market open. In 10 minutes, I'm expecting some type of a pullback lower, but then overall for this thing to come higher. It might not. It might pull the opposite way, but we'll wait and see. GU pushing, EU pushing. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like. Very oversold here. Oh, James is coming. Let's do it.